on Saturday night. Do a little bit of cooking. We're going to take a moment here, let folks join in. What? I don't know what's wrong with him. He might be a little touched. See, can we get some chat room pulled up on this?
Always stay in sync with your business with the QuickBooks Mobile.
There everybody is. Cooking tonight, Gomer. Tim Ward, Brian Pearson, Mike Culpepper. All right, y'all. So what we're doing while I was building a thumbnail and fooling like I had to do, like right before the live starts, I'm over here trying to gather everything up. I had turned the grease on. Well, obviously I let it get. I had it on for a little while, and I had it really, really low, and it never would get hot as I wanted it. So I turned it up a little bit, and I got busy. And it's a little bit over 300. I don't want it that hot, so we're not ready to put deer meat in it yet. I may flour some of it. So what we have done right here, get y'all up to speed. We got deer meat. We put a little bit of milk in here. Michelle said she was using Brenda Gant's method. So we seasoned the meat, put some hot sauce, put Tony's, put salt, pepper, whatever we wanted, and a little bit of milk, and we stirred it all up in here. We got that milk. In other words, we didn't like drown it in milk. Normally, I got a bowl full of milk, and I'm dipping it in there, and we like saturating it. So you really just waste a lot of milk, really and truly, honestly, and on everything. So what I'm going to do now, instead of dirtying up another dish, we fix and just pour some flour. So now we have seasoned the meat. I just got some white lily flour right here, self-rising flour. Some people like to use all-purpose, whatever. So I don't think I need a whole lot. Use my new spatula. Keep from getting my fingers all in it. Nasty it up. So after we get the deer meat fried, Michelle is making rice in the house. Then we're going to take a skillet over here and we're going to make some gravy out here. She is making us some cornbread in there. Our oven has been on the brinks. I think I mentioned that in a video. I got it fixed last night. And I got the dryer. I didn't fix the dryer. I got the dryer working. I found the switch that was bad in the dryer. Put me a jumper wire over it and made it run, but we hadn't dried clothes with it. We just knew what was wrong, and I ordered the switch. It was like $5 for 3 of them on Amazon. So apparently that's something that commonly goes out. It's a little switch in the bottom down there to like a thermo resistor or something. I don't know. Basically, kind of reads the temperature. I think if it gets too hot, it'll shut it off. In other words. So apparently it got too hot and burned it into or something. I don't know. Maybe like a fusible link, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, ordered some. They should be here tomorrow. So that bowl just cracked. I felt it crack. I'm going to use this skillet in a little bit. And we got some of them Lodge handle covers. Y'all seen them? Michelle put it on upside down. I don't know why it mattered, but it's got Lodge wrote on it there. Anyway, and this is a newer. I like my cast iron stuff. I ain't as all crazy about it, but I know some of y'all are, so I'll let you know what I'm cooking in, or try to. Way down to 300, I think I'm gonna drop a piece of meat in there. Try to help bring the temperature of that grease down. I have cut the fire slim off at this point. 2 or 3 pieces. I ain't gonna put all of it in there right yet. Oh. And I'm gonna take my flour, roll the top of that sack back up. So we're gonna cook some deer meat, have cornbread, just so the cornbread, get back to it before I get all sidetracked, we'll go down one of the rabbit holes off on another conversation. The meal that we ground up, Brody shelled it, we got over here and we ground it up in the mill. We took that in and we've got about a half a pound of it in there. We're going to make cornbread out of it. So Michelle is making that cornbread right now out of that, and we're going to see how it turns out. That way we'll know before we grind all of that corn up, it's still in the box on the table. Do we want to tighten it up and make it finer? Do we want to make it coarser? I'm sure we can make grits. I'm not familiar with the consistency of what setting, how coarse it needs to be to make grits. This is all new to me. We've ground up some cornmeal before, but we didn't do a whole lot with it. Just kind of experimenting. So we're still experimenting. People can tell you 10 different ways, oh, you need to do this, and they could be very well right. But until I've tried it and tried a couple of different things, only then do I really know what's what. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like skinning squirrels. I got 200 different people say, oh, you're doing it wrong, you need to do it like this. And I done tried the way they telling me to do it, and I didn't like that. It made a mess for me. So, I had to just trial and error and see what works and what I like, and that's kind of where we at with the cornmeal. So we're trying to figure it out, and maybe through our experimenting, some of y'all might learn something. I imagine these couple of pieces right here is going to fry pretty hard. Brady, go tell Mama we need something to put the cooked deer meat on. Plate with a paper towel. All right, I'm fixing to light this again.
She said, okay.
So I'm gonna turn it low. So next question for everybody, this gas bottle right there. I took this, filled it up for this cooker, because I'm gonna cook on this a good bit. It's easy to come out here and cook on that. Frying stuff, do whatever. And it don't really burn a lot of gas. I went and filled it up. To fill that whole bottle up was around $85, something like that. I bought a sack of dog food, and it was a little over $100 time I did everything. So dog food's nearly $40 a sack, by the way, what I buy. It was 30-something dollars. So anyway, I'm watching that grease go down. I have got it at 250 right now. I'm gonna turn it up just a hair. So, secret to cooking squirrels and deer, in my personal opinion, put that lid on there. So what that does is somewhat simulates a pressure cooker. No, it's not the same as a pressure cooker, but it'll help, it'll tenderize that meat a little more. It'll be a little more tender at 250 with the lid on it than it would if you throw it in there at 300 degrees and just let it cook wide open, maybe that'll hope you, maybe it won't. So I tell you what I'm gonna do now. I done learned about hooking, we're gonna throw the rest of this meat off on in there. Well, maybe not the rest of it. We're gonna put. Well, he brought me a pan, but he's poured everything in the dirt over there. Boy, what I'm gonna do with you is. Alright. It'll be alright. We're not gonna fire him yet. No. That boy's a mess, y'all. Him and that puppy don't do nothing but fight and create chaos. Bringing that puppy into my house was like the end of peace and quiet, because them two, when they play together, it's like, and it's constant. It don't stop. So you can't think straight. That's why sometimes now I walk around like this, my nerves is rattled. I be like some of them, I ought not say this, but I'm going to. Like some of them old women at church and they, where's my purse? I need my pill. Lord, forgive me. Shouldn't have said that, should I? And they got that because them grandyoungins has done rattled their nerves to no end. Remember when Mama used to scream and say, you about to get on my last nerve? Y'all probably didn't hear. Y'all were probably perfect young'uns and never heard that. I heard it on a regular basis. Whew. I can't leave that lid alone. I like to look. I'm trying to learn what I need that fire. In case y'all didn't know, you know I had the bottle back behind there. So what I did was unhooked this cooker over here because I very seldom use it, so I could drag the bottle over there. That way I ain't reaching over my cooking stuff to, you know, especially when I had them hot pans on there and getting them really hot to season them. I won't be reaching over there turning it up and down. I had this jar, Michelle, for that, but I never.
I feel one.
Well, I'll take that. And I didn't make it in there. Well, I said I was bringing it, and I didn't succeed. What? Tell them something. Where'd you go today?
I went to see airplanes.
What did Daddy do today?
You flew an airplane?
I didn't fly it. I just got in there and rode.
My daddy go to airplane.
What was you worried about?
You falling out?
He was worried I was going to fall out because it was kind of like a feed trough with wings on it, you know. But I was throwing my life.
Yo, do y'all like Captain Crunch or Captain Crunch cereal or the honeycomb cereal?
What kind of cereal do y'all like? That's what the boy wants to know. I, myself...
Captain Crunch or
What?
honeycomb?
Don't knock my jar over.
Like, just comment whatever one.
Yeah.
Right.
I like Frosted Flakes. My mama raised me on Frosted Flakes, and I'm kind of pretty particular to old Tony the Tiger. Who you like, Captain Crunch? He likes whatever he saw on TV last, because commercials do work, I reckon, on kids.
Yeah, do you like Frosted
Let's
Flakes?
see what they... Brian Pierce said he's 44. He still hears that, and he don't even live by his mom.
These are the 3 cereals
Yeah.
that y'all might like.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Banana Strawberry Cheerios, Captain Crunch again, Sugar Corn Pops,
Whoa.
Frosted Mini Wheats. You don't even know what some of them are, do you?
Do you like Frosted Flakes, Captain Crunch,
They said Wheaties,
or
Captain Crunch for sure. Chocolate cereals
And-
with marshmallows,
do you like
Kellogg's cereal with strawberries,
Do you love the honeycomb?
honeycomb.
Yeah.
You like honeycomb?
I like honeycomb and Captain Crunch and Frosted Flakes. What kind of them do y'all like?
I think they trying to tell you and you wouldn't let me read. Frosted Mini Wheats are good. Sugar Smacks. Honey Nut Cheerios. Jeffrey said, be careful, they'll tear the roof off your mouth. I've felt that, and them Doritos will do it too if you ain't careful and you get happy while you eat them and go to stuffing them in pretty good. Yeah. And Jeffrey, I've been giving people your channel today. Eric Gist. I told him, I said, he was telling me about his brother Brooks is down there in Pascagoula, and they got a big old boat parked out there in the water somewhere they bought together and go fishing. I said, well, y'all need to get together because y'all all live, down there where you can fish together. And I knew y'all knew each other. He said, I ain't seen him in forever. I said, well, he's got a YouTube channel. So we pulled it up today. I was showing them your YouTube channel. So maybe you get at least one more subscriber. I don't know. I did see you gigging flounders, and your success was just about like mine. I was out there wading around, my britches rolled up to my knees, and had no idea what I was doing, what I was looking for. I looked like I had a frog gig missing two of the prongs, and I didn't even see nothing to stop it had. All of them got it a little too low. The grease temperature done got like shorty. It's low, low, low. But it'll be all right. It's frying. It's still bubbling, so it's cooking. Deer meat is one of them things that you really can't cook too low because, well, I mean, you can cook it too low, but getting it a little low ain't as bad as getting it too hot because that stuff will get tough. As long as you cook it slow, it ain't like fish where it's going to just fall apart and get mushy. The deer meat will just be tender, you know. Might not be as crunchy on the outside. What you looking for, bud? What are you doing?
I just look at
Sugar Smacks, Fruity Pebbles, Peanut Butter Captain Crunch.
No.
Mike said he'd rather have grits, Golden Grahams, biscuit and gravy, and I'm with you on that, hand. I'm forevermore with you on that.
I like Fruit Loops.
I like Fruit Loops now. Somebody said bacon and sausage, and I'm with you on that one too. B-heck, we frying deer meat right now. We got deer meat going. We're gonna make Michelle's cooking rice in there, and then we got this skillet we're gonna make gravy in here shortly. So we're gonna have deer meat and gravy and rice, and then she's making cornbread. I would have rather had the biscuits, but we wanted to test the cornbread and share with y'all how the cornbread turned out. So we're cooking cornbread. That's the reason for cornbread. Normally we would do biscuits. Grits and biscuits and gravy, John, I'm with you there. All right, let me keep an eye on what I'm doing over here. That's the thing about this deal is I put stuff in there, it gets cold, and I can't. I'm chasing that temperature. If I ever get it set where it's cooking right, I'm good. Brody, what are you trying to do? I'm fixing to get some of this out and see what I got, I think. Because I don't want it burnt up. It ain't really done as I want it, I don't think. Why? I don't know if it may be this lard. I am not used to this lard. Really good. Yeah, I don't like the way that looks. I'm going back in there with that. I ain't having it. All right. Ow. Hot. It was hot. This is my rag I got to wipe my hands off. But I'm covering this up because it's hot weather in Mississippi again. I think it is. Right now it's almost 80 degrees. So we ain't got a fire. Mosquitoes is terrible. Hot. We're sweating. Flies is flying around again. I don't like flies. So if I keep my hand off that knob, it'd probably help. Brody's fascinated with seeing himself in slow motion back there. He'll run around and come back and look, and then he can see himself run around because it's slightly delayed. So if y'all curious of what's wrong with him, that's what it is. That's enough, son. You driving me batty. I really had thought about putting the deer meat into the gravy, and I still might some of it. We're gonna see. I'm winging it, you know how I do out here. I don't be going by no you know, Justin Wilson's got to be a certain way type of deal.
Oh, a baby gun. That's a found.
Y'all, I had done had enough hot weather. I mean, I had done had enough of it. I just, it's winter time. It's getting time for fall. It's time for it to cool off now. Summer, you've had your time. Move on. Oh, now it's about the consistency that I like. You just have to kind of play with it. But the crust ain't staying on there the way I like it to. Michelle, she likes to follow them Brenda Gant recipes, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I like Brenda Gant, but I don't know that I'm no huge fan of all of her cooking methods. I think there's some things I've done improved on to the way I like it, and I don't know that we're gonna do it this way no more. We cooked something. I'll tell you what it was. Brody, to get away from this cooker running and playing. I'll tell y'all shortly what it was, and it was along the lines of what we doing tonight is why I'm gonna tell y'all. And y'all get swelled up at me if you want to. Let me put this in there and I'll share it with you. All right, I think I got enough flour right here to make my gravy out of. We will see him shortly. All right, so Michelle followed one of Brenda's recipes on making, cooking liver. That's what it was.
Hey, let me know when you get ready for the fried chicken.
All right, be just a few minutes. Anyway, we bought a bucket of chicken livers in them little tubs. They like $3. Brody likes livers. I like livers. Michelle likes livers. So we said, I'm gonna fry some livers one afternoon for a snack or dinner. I don't remember what it was. She said, "Well, Brenda said to cook them slow. They better, or yada yada yada." And I said, "I don't know about that. I don't think you want to cook livers slow and low. You know, I cook deer meat and squirrels at about 250. That's low. That's really low. Most people want to cook it over 300 degrees, which if that's what you want to do that. It don't make me mad. But anyway, livers is, need to be cooked a little hotter. They need to be cooked toward 300 degrees, in my opinion. Well, she went ahead and cooked them low and slow, and we eat them. Them was the greasiest, mushiest, nasty things I ever ate in my life. I said, no, I ate one. Well, I'll take it, I ate part of one. You give them to the dog. The dog wouldn't even eat them. I said, you can't, just because she's got a show, I know how this works. I can cook something over here, and I can sit here and tell you it's good and make it look good, and it not be worth a flip. So I know how this works. I'll straight up tell you if it ain't no good. That first time I pulled that deer meat out, that crust out there was soggy. I wasn't happy with it. Now, I'll show you. It ain't soggy no more. It's like just like I like it. And that deer meat, see how you can pull that apart? You can eat that. It ain't tough as shoe leather. So. This is why, and this ain't been beat. We did not tenderize it. Nothing. We got it out of the bag, throwed it in there, cooked it. So, look. I didn't have to eat it. I'm pretty confident I don't need that no more. It was setting that 250. Mm. That right there make a puppy pull freight train. And y'all, I love Brenda Gamp. Don't think I'm knocking her. I'm just saying because it was her recipe and her idea don't make it. Don't mean I'm going to. She may love it that way. Eat it if you want to. I mean, not me. No, not me. All right. I'm fixing to have to start warming up to make the gravy. To make the gravy, we're going to have gravy. I ain't no expert now at making gravy. I feel like I can pull it off, though. Y'all betting on me? Had to check on them flames. I don't know why. Something about that gas bottle and this hookup and I don't know what all. All of a sudden the flames was coming out the side. So had to keep an eye on things. It's frying. I ain't sticking the thermostat back in there. I'm leaving it alone. So what have I missed in the chat room? I'm with you. I like my livers cooked pretty fast because, I mean, they mushy already. You cook them slow and they was bad soggy. I mean, they was drippy. Yeah, I couldn't, Gomer, I couldn't do the mushy livers. I wouldn't. Yeah, y'all see Biscuit back there. Y'all ought to see the way this dog goes at groceries. That little old puppy, if ain't something to eat, he eats it and eats all of it. He don't know when to quit. His belly will swell up like a balloon. We have to really regulate what he eats. So far, he's drugged some shoes around. He ain't chewed a shoe up yet, but it's coming. If it's one of my good moccasins that I like to wear, like he's on my feet right now, I'm gonna really be heartbroken. I mean, really. So we'll see. But he likes groceries pretty good, and anything he eats usually tears his stomach up pretty good. So it's been a struggle. I just put it that way. That's putting it mildly. JC Joshua said, "Thanks for my Jonah. I love it, man. Thank you for buying one, or your wife buying it for you, or however you come to get it. Thank you for buying it. This week is the first week I have spent most of the week in a knife shop. Monday, Tuesday, I'm gonna be gone. We're gonna work beaver jobs Monday and Tuesday, so be back off of knife work for the next couple of days. I've got several made, but I didn't get them finished today. We had stuff to go do today. We went to the Rods and Rudders car air show. It really wasn't an air show. They just had planes flew in, parked out there. We walked around, looked. Anybody could enter a plane or a car or whatever, and they had some really sharp old cars. There'll be a full video come out on YouTube next week. I filmed all of it. It'll probably be an hour long. I don't know. Most of it will have music played over it because they were playing music out there. It'll get copyright, all yada, 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 you know. But they had a lot of cool old cars, and I did not film everything out there. There was no way to film everything out there. It would have been 2 hours long. But I did get bits and pieces of this, that, and the other, and got to go fly in an airplane. I'd never been in an airplane in my life. It was a thrill. It was like a little, I mean, it was small, and the wind was really rough, but it was exhilarating and a thrill to me. I mean, I ain't afraid of a whole lot, so it was a thrill. If you're a little nervous getting off ground, this wouldn't have been what you wanted to fly in, because when you went up there, it was like, you know when you throw a rock across the water and it skips like that, that's what it felt like up there. It just kind of bounced around pretty good.
Here's his chicken.
That quit frying on me. I guess I turned it down too much. But it's got to be cooked. I'm gonna turn it up one more time, get it hot. I forgot about the chicken.
Where's
We
your
got to-
seasoning at?
Ain't no seasoning.
Oh, you didn't have no salt and pepper?
There's some salt and pepper in that refrigerator, but I seasoned what I was cooking before we went into the flour. Before we went into this bowl has got to be thrown out of the way. Where's it at? It developed a crack in the side.
Well, we
Some,
just
I don't, right there, see it?
yeah.
That way it don't wind up back. And when we're done with it today, in the basuda. That's Spanish for garbage.
Is it?
It is.
I thought you were just making it up.
No, I've worked with some Hispanic people, Spanish-speaking folks in my lifetime, a pretty good bit, might I add. The first word I learned was pala, because we was landscaping, that's what a shovel is, and I used one of them a lot. I have dug in my share of dirt in a day. If I'd leave that thermostat alone on that cooker, we'd be better off. I really forgot about them chicken leg. I was fixing to cut it off and get the grease out and make gravy, was my thinking.
Hand me a piece of, hand me that bowl over here.
That what bowl? This?
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do when I take this deer meat out? Is it fitting to eat?
Yeah.
You kind of said that half-heartedly.
Oh, you need flour for the gravy, don't you?
I have gonna use this bowl right here and what was in here, but I'll use what's left out of some of this. Can I do that? It's seasoned.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what we
I
cook.
always just use fresh, because you don't want the crumbs in there.
Why?
Because your gravy won't turn out right.
What will it turn out like?
It'll be lumpy.
You don't like lumpy gravy?
No.
Feels like, you know, when you're eating that gravy, all of a sudden, man, was that a piece of chicken? Oh, Lord, y'all know I just be going that stuff. Jeffrey, I learned some of that too. I've tried to not repeat that too much. I had one of them, he said, tell him this. And so I said it. Boy, the other guy, he looked at me like that, and I said, what did I tell him? He was just laughing. So, you know, that's how we learned. Like I got my tail whooped that day. Probably needed it. Jeffrey, we're gonna have to come down there and go after them mullet. Is that what you're saying? He said they stick. I seen what's his name, Clay Hayes one day down there. He was smoking them mullet to preserve them. All right, I'm fixing to get this out. That's enough of that for that mess. We've cooked that long enough. Said I wasn't gonna use that, but I don't want to ruin Brody's chicken leg, so I am gonna see what the temperature is. I want it about 275 for his chicken. I know what's happening to my temperature now. That wind is blowing under here. Alright, we're gonna be alright. I'm gonna leave that in there because I do want to burn the boys' chicken legs. We got 3 or 4 chicken legs rolled in this flour and we fixing to dip fry 'em. We got 4 of them, I believe, 4 of them. Did she tell me not to use this flour? Was that an absolute or a suggestion? What do y'all think? Y'all think I ought to use this flour anyway, or I ought to put new flour for the gravy? I mean, I'm eating it. You ain't got to eat it. We're not cooking in a restaurant. We're not, you know, I mean, it might be a show somewhat. I'm not a celebrity. Some people may think I am, but I'm not. I'm an old redneck out here that's got a camera, and you can't give a redneck a camera. Just shouldn't have never happened. And the worst mistake ever made was give us rednecks an iPhone. I mean, look at all the stuff we can do now. I mean, you seen what we used to do with baling wire and duct tape. Now we got an iPhone. I mean, really, what they expect? So it ain't my fault. Fat Man Adventures, I think me and you think alike. I was thinking the lumps in there when she said it'll make it lumpy, and I was like, in my mind, thinking that's a problem. That's wrong. So, you know, I don't know. Richard T, you and Uncle Sasquatch know that I have loaded her up with plenty of ammunition out here. Let me show y'all this one, Mike Culpepper. I mentioned the other day I didn't know what this was when I got it. Lady handed me this skillet, said you can have this one for helping us. I don't want it. It was rusted all up. It still had the tag hanging on it. I looked in it. I cleaned it up. Man, it is a pretty shiny skillet. But look at here on the back. 60 years of service. 4 County Electric. Electric Power Association. Service first. And it is a 3-notch lodge. What do I got here, Mike Culpepper? Tony Parker? I know y'all know. There may be some more y'all that are experts in the field. I am not. Don't claim to be. My love for cast iron is man cooked meat over fire. Good. That's kind of where we at with it with me. But that would be real handy for whopping a fella upside the head. I mean, it's small, got good swing to it. I have to watch for it. If it's missing, I'm like, okay, where's she at? She can't really wield this in here. It's pretty good size, but now, I ain't gonna say she can't. More than likely she won't. Number 5 Lodge. Foul out, we think alike. I've done the same thing, make the hush puppies when I got. I'm more than likely gonna use the flour out of this bowl. Don't tell her. I mean, why are we gonna waste brand new flour? I got this just enough to do the job right here, and I done broke it up good with my. Y'all like my new spatula? I made that out of Bodock. I mean, just the right size in this cast iron stuff. I hear Brody's chicken and frying. We're gonna have to turn that down. Puppy, you're gonna have to move. But now I'm gonna tell y'all about old Brody. Brody wants it dry. He don't want his meat wet. That's what he calls it. He said it's wet. I said, no, it's son, it's juicy. He said it's wet. I think his mama spent too much time raising him instead of me. What I think, just personal opinion, you know. But anyway, I mean, it's better than nothing. I've been glancing around here pretty regular. I had a bottle of water that I was not through with it, and I don't know if the boy stole it or if I set it down in yonder. Don't know what happened to it. And dummy me, I've put all the water in my cooler in the knife shop or in the back of my truck in the cooler because I've been running the roads and hunting and deer count and beaver traps and all that. And this refrigerator ain't had a case of water stuck in it. Why? I'm right out here. I don't even have a case of water to go get out of my refrigerator. It's like it's empty. It might as well be useless. Well, you know, if you're going to be dumb, you got to be tough. That's kind of the mentality with that. I'm looking at the color of these. I guess I could bring y'all for right now while I'm doing this over here. Change the camera angle for a few minutes, make y'all feel like you part of things. The only problem is you can't see nothing unless I turn it down like that right there. You can see that deer meat right there that I done cooked. What if we done this number right here? Hold on now. You fixing to go for a ride. What? That'll work for a few minutes, won't it? Y'all didn't get seasick now, did you? Jeffrey might have some medicine you can use for that. I don't know. He'll have to mail it to you, though. You'll probably be well by the time you get it in the United States Postal Service. Sometimes they get it right there at Johnny on the spot. Sometimes Uncle Sasquatch can tell you to go back and forth between two towns for a week or two. Might have to call and say, hey, fella, what are you doing with this? They playing pinball with it. You know, it's a game they play sometimes where you package tracking number. It bounces off of this one, bounces off of that one. Where's it going next? All right. They starting to float. I'm going to get one out and we're going to see what we're working with here. So I rightly don't know. I ain't fried a lot of chicken legs. Oh no. It still had them red juices on the inside. Ain't gonna work for the boy. Chicken, done. Pork, done. Fish, done. Deer meat, beef, nah, just warm it up, it'll be alright. That's kind of where I'm at. So this is chicken, done. What have we missed now? Let me catch up. Whoa, now, whoa. Fat Man Adventures ain't got no garden hose around here, but right where y'all standing, there's gonna be a wall come up right across here for the purpose of putting me a sink out here. And I'm gonna just run the drain out in the yard and let the water run where it wants to. You know, I ain't that picky. We'll mow it and spread the welt with a lawnmower. But I want to be able to rinse stuff out right here. Not to mention, I need a water faucet out the back door because we probably gonna wind up with a raised bed right out here somewhere. I need to keep the lawnmower going through it, but I've got to get my raised bed out from under these oak trees that I've got down here. They're too much shade, stuff wasn't growing good. Next year, we probably gonna go back hard with the gardening. We didn't garden much this year. We did a little. Part of it because we didn't get a lot of views last year. Well, it didn't help things this year to not do it. So if we get life squared away and straightened out, we're probably gonna garden a bit. So I have pulled some 2x12s out of a trailer that I refloored, and I'm gonna use them to build me a couple of raised beds. So I'm probably gonna put one right up in. Jeffrey, we know about cooking it twice out here in this same skillet and probably the same grease, but it's about due to change it. Lavender drops behind the ears, y'all. Let's go get your lavender if that trip over the cooker here made you kind of woozy. Y'all know what woozy is? Woozy is how you feel right before you barf. I don't know, Pup-Pup's looking for groceries somewhere, I can tell you that, wherever he might be. I can tell y'all that water she brought out here in a jar to make gravy is looking tasty. Brody, go find me a bottle of water out of the truck. You ripped that tire or something? Why ain't you nearby sitting on the ground? Michelle, we ain't fortunate enough to have no frost here yet. It ain't a struggle for us yet. I wish it was. All right, we're coming out of here with this. I'm fixing to cut this off. Yeah, I cut it off. Chicken's got to be done now. It don't take forever. All right, I'm gonna fire up this other side. She has done brought the rice out here, y'all. So, here we go over here. Let me see. I got stuff all in my way over here. Too much cast iron out here on this one little old bitty table is what the problem is. I need a spoon. Need a lighter. We got to dip some grease out. Oh, I don't need that spoon. I got what I need over here. I don't need to nasty up my wooden spoon. Turn this on. Come on, fire. All right, we got fire. Kemosabe. Have fire. Cook 'em gravy. All right, I'm gonna use I've been dipping oil with this. So she said a couple of spoonfuls. All right. Let me get y'all where y'all can watch this transpire. So y'all can see if I'm doing it wrong. And I probably will. Right there, y'all can see. It's hard for me to get that camera angle just right. That may be too much oil. We're going to see. I ain't going to put all of it in there. This right here is going to hang right there. So we're going to see there's a little bit of grease on this. We're going to ruck that off in there. So we're going to cook that too.
Can you fix the hammock?
Not right now, buddy, I can't. I mean, not because I don't want to, but I'm a little tired of it.
What is this?
What? Deer meat. Hang on, don't run off. Come here. Is it good? You like it? Can Daddy cook? That's the only one that matters right there. If Brody will eat it, it's good eating. I'm going to set that right over there. That's got to come out, go in there. Get this. There. There. Oh. And I don't know if I got enough of it. I bet I ain't. Michelle's supposed to be out here supervising this, but she ain't. She told me not to get it too hot. Better turn that down. And I'm just going to keep adding. I may have to add some more oil. I don't know. I'm telling y'all, I ain't no expert with making gravy, but now I got faith in myself. I ain't scared to try anything. A little oil in there. We get going. I'm going to get it started browning. And I don't know if I'm going to need as much water as what she, tell you what, I'm going to go ahead with all of that. Go ahead with all of that. We're going to get that started brown, and then we're going to add the water. Come on. Is that what y'all do? Y'all have done it different, wouldn't you? Oh, that got it dry. We better start adding the water handling. Too much water. I'm making a mess out of that already, I can tell you. I can tell you right now. You done let me burn this.
What?
It's gravy.
Here. You already added water to it?
Just now. But it done got dry as a powder keg in the bottom of that pan. That don't look like what you like.
No, it's a little thick. It ain't really brown.
Well,
Here.
the longer it cooks, the browner it gets.
You need to add more water.
Well, add it. Don't stand there and tell me you got the water.
Hot.
Yeah. Fire. Make them hot. I need a coach right now.
I wasn't going to be on live tonight.
You know, why you got your pajamas on anyway?
Because I'm ready for bed.
Ready for bed. Was I supposed to brown that more before I added the water?
Yeah.
Well, why'd you keep putting water? So it ain't on brown no more? Is it ain't gonna be no good?
You're supposed to cook the flour till it starts turning brown before you add the water.
Well, nobody told me that.
You just added as soon as you poured the flour?
No, not as soon. No, it got dry and was rolling around in there and looked awful. Next thing, she's gonna have to teach me how to make them cat head biscuits. If I ever figure out how to make gravy and biscuits, I may get rid of her. Where's that skillet? Take her skillet, Uncle Sasquatch.
You just want to cook that flour or something.
Well, it looks like it's just right to me, but no, I don't
You
know.
want it thicker? You want it? That's a little thick, ain't it?
Well, not really for me, but what do you want it? Like water? That's gonna be hard to.
It'll cook. Just keep stirring.
May take a while for it to thicken back up to where we want it. Hand me that Tony Satchery's. We need to put salt in it.
Yeah.
It's got to have salt. You're gonna have to bring all that in. I can't eat it just tasting like flour. Hand me that salt. We're gonna do like Justin Wilson. We're gonna put a teaspoon.
That's a lot.
Well, how much I need to put?
Not that much.
Okay. We'll throw the rest out yonder. We put a half a teaspoon in. How much of this? To taste?
That's good. Yeah.
My taste, not your taste.
Yeah, 'cause I probably not gonna eat as much as you.
I heard Justin Wilson say that this week. He said to my taste, not yours. I said, I feel you on that. I think you put too much water.
Who's thinking up? Why?
I really thought I had it about where I wanted it. Sure, she poured that last water in there. I don't like to pour it in my plate and it run all the way there. I like to put it on there and it kind of pile up, you know. How y'all like y'all's gravy? Michelle, read them comments. How they like their gravy. I bet they telling me. I feel sure somebody's.
Let him go.
Bruce's over there torturing that puppy, and he done stretched that hammock out till it slam on the ground. I don't know who made that hammock, y'all, but someone that in there has forevermore been pressure
Everybody's telling
checked.
you how to make gravy.
I figured they was. I knew I wasn't doing it right. But I knew I was doing it the best way to do it.
Wow, Al said that was painful to watch.
Who said that?
Wow, Al. He said you did everything wrong.
Woo! Hey, I ain't never made gravy much. I ain't.
Joe Martin said make it the way you like it.
I tell you one thing, it'll be fit to eat before I'm through with it.
Samuel Pruitt said cut him off a chunk of gravy.
Oh, I like it thick. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I like to put it on top of one of them cat head biscuits and it stay there. It don't run off way over yonder the other side of the plate and get in my black-eyed peas. I mean, I just ain't a fan of that.
Brady.
But I do think I could have browned it a little more. I wish I'd have browned it a little more than I had to. Well, I don't think I just did no whole lot. I mean, I didn't do it just terribly wrong, I don't think.
Joey said you probably should have waited for Michelle to make that. I done told him I wasn't coming out here and cook.
Yeah. She said, I ain't coming out there and be on camera tonight.
I don't feel good tonight.
That's every Saturday night.
No, really not.
I'm going to have to hire me a stand-in. Where's that skillet, Uncle Sasquatch? She got it. It's getting back to the consistency that I like it, I'll tell you
But I made
that.
the cornbread
Where's it at?
right here.
What's it look like?
Look at it.
Well, I can't. I'm watching this gravy.
I think the gravy's cooked.
You think so?
It's
All right.
it's as best as it's gonna get.
She's the one left me out here unsupervised. That's all I got to say. I told her when we started this, I said, how do you make gravy?
What, Brady?
And it went right in one ear and right out the other.
I can't. We'll let Daddy
I did catch a part where you put the spoonful of oil in first and put some flour in it. I did get that part. And then I knew you added the water next. That was as far as I got.
Bow Wow said you made glue.
Made what?
Glue.
Glue. I don't know, y'all. That may be fine gravy. Y'all look at that. Hang on. They can't see what it looks like on that camera. Lord help. Look at that. Oh, ain't a thing wrong with that. Let's see what it tastes like. That's a true test. Come on, y'all. Come on. Banging y'all's legs into everything over here. And Puppy's running around under our feet.
No, they didn't get that meat. You can't have food, table food.
He can too. Just don't need to.
I'm gonna dump that all on the iPad.
Well, move the iPad. I'm running out of room with all these valuables. All this valuables.
Boy, they giving you fits tonight. Somebody said that looked like the recipe for Play-Doh. Bless it.
Pour it on. I
Bless
don't
it.
care. Don't knock it till you tried it. Oh, Lord.
No, it don't look bad.
I'm thinking it's gonna be quite good myself. What we eating on?
Oh, I didn't bring no plates.
What in the world? Give her one job.
Show them cornbread.
Where's it at? Lord Jesus. Well, watch y'all's legs there. I can tell you one thing. I'm gonna make y'all's mouth water while I eat it. Cornbread. From meal that we grind up. Brody, you like cornbread. Come in. Come in. You're the cornbread eater out of the bunch. Come here. Off your rear end and on your heels, son. Come on. I'm gonna break this in half. That's that cornmeal made out of what we made over out of that corn. Hang on, you run stand right there. You like it?
I don't like it.
You don't? It's kind of bland.
Yeah, it just tastes like corn.
Ain't got a lot of flavor to it. What did you think? Did you try it?
I thought it was pretty good.
I mean, ain't nothing wrong with it.
Probably could have added a little more salt to it.
Yeah, that would help. All right.
Put some butter on that bread.
Yeah.
I hear a hoot owl.
Hoot owl. I'm going to hurt myself with this deer meat, and I'm going to have some ketchup with it. I just like it. It ain't necessary, but it ain't like a T-bone steak. I like some ketchup. And I like some gravy, some rice under my gravy.
Brody, Daddy cooked you a chicken
y'all
leg.
see that pile of rice? Y'all come here and watch this. That puppy's right under y'all's feet, so y'all don't step on his tail. He's running around hoping I'll drop something. What I'm gonna dip this with? I'm gonna have to nasty up that other utensil, Lena. My homemade spoon. I ain't got a fork. She brought a plate, no fork. I bet she'll come out with nothing to drink too. Look at there. Look at there, y'all. You can't tell me that ain't gonna be good. If I had something to eat it with, I'd taste it. That was not me, that was the ketchup. Cut me some slack. Yeah, we all kids at heart, just hush. Be all right. You thought it was funny too. All right. Well, before I get to eat it, fella, up in my lap. Y'all, the wind's blowing. I do believe rain is coming in, but let's say the grace over this. Thank you, Lord, for the woods and the creek. Thank you, Lord, for the food we eat. Thank you, Lord, for the fish that swim. Thank you, Lord, for all of them. Thank you, Lord, for the plants that grow. Thank you, Lord, for the white-tailed doe. Thank you, Lord, for the birds that sing. Thank you, Lord, for everything. Amen. All right. Brody, you gonna eat your chicken leg? Is it any good? Mm.
This is Brady.
Boy, thank you.
Come on.
You not sitting out here, I'm assuming. All right.
Hey, Brady.
Oh.
You're not iPad. I'm gonna watch from the in here. I'll interact with my end.
All right. She don't want to be on camera. She's fired. I'm going to try that gravy shortly. I put too much deer meat in my mouth at one time. Mmm. Ain't nothing wrong with that gravy. Ah, ain't nothing wrong with that gravy. Yep. Jeremiah Johnson would have put that gravy on his biscuits. And he makes good biscuits. You know how I know? He told us he did. Get that over there where I can see what is going on. Miss Sybil, you don't know that that was a ketchup. Oh, Lord. Michael said to get my tail up and get a fork. Y'all know I got to give her a hard time.
Dad, guess what? Guess what I did yesterday at breakfast? I didn't get a bowl.
You didn't get a bowl for breakfast.
Yeah, I had to eat my breakfast off the floor.
You eating dog food?
No, I was eating cereal. That was when I turned 4. Before, before my birthday started. When I turned 4. When I ate my breakfast.
Hey, I like that tiger sauce too. Tiger sauce is good stuff. Oh,
Y'all, have y'all, comment if y'all ever ate in beaver nuggets. And
hey, calm down. Think of stuff they might have really ate before you asked. You know good well they ain't eat no beaver nuggets.
I'm just gonna see.
I had to watch him, y'all.
or Captain Crunch, or honeycomb.
Kathy, you're probably right. She probably got me beat on the gravy now. We have done some Brenda Gant recipes now that was very good. Because we have all three of her cookbooks. Most of her stuff is really good. I ain't knocking Brenda Gant.
Are you reading the comments?
Yeah. You ought to learn how to read and you could read them. I got him on that one, didn't I?
What's the P say?
Which one?
That one. The orange.
We had deer meat and squash casserole tonight. That was Philip Greer.
What's the one with the 2 R's?
2 R's.
Them 2.
Oh, that's 2 different people. Said you had a cooking show called JP and telling them to cook the way you like to do it. The other one says I love tiger sauce, especially on spaghetti. Suzanne, him and that dog's getting along pretty good at times. They fight. We have to separate them every now and then. Whoa. Hit that egg.
What's that one?
Janet said, Brody, what is your favorite meal? What's your favorite thing to eat?
Cereal and alligator and gar.
We ain't even eat no gar. We've had alligator once or twice. Well, you gonna eat your chicken leg? No, we cooked that for nothing. He might eat it tomorrow. I will say this about the gravy. I wish you'd let me put the rest of the salt I had in my hand in there. I will say that. We didn't get enough salt in it. But I didn't know. I know now. But the Tonys did a number. It would have probably been a little better for me with black pepper versus the Tonys. But I had the Tonys here. That's what I put in there. But I'm going to tell y'all, rice and gravy is good. Might not have started out right, but we pulled it off. I want to think I have attempted gravy one other time, if I remember correctly, and it's been quite a few years ago. But if I remember right, I was actually in there. She had several things going, and I was over there just then. She was telling me exactly what to do as I was doing it, so it wasn't like. Basically, I was standing there stirring it. Yeah, Jeffrey, we didn't need that Japanese fella on there with his shirt off. I don't know why all them people on there think they don't need no clothes. I mean, the world has done become clothes optional. I don't really see it that way. I personally didn't want to see all that. I'm sure there was somebody out there that did, though. Lord help them. And poor Roscoe's standing there. He don't get no rice and gravy. I wish y'all could taste that rice and gravy.
Yeah.
Because I'd sit right there and eat it instead of the deer meat. And I mean, might get me some more. If I hadn't ate that hamburger and all that deer sausage down at my buddy Clay Alford's today, I might go to eat some more deer meat or more rice. But
Dad,
what?
can you fix the hammock,
Not while I'm eating.
please?
While I'm eating?
No.
Well, wait. Why don't you get your gun up out of the rain out there? Before it rains on it, runs it.
Sure is a windy day. Sure is a windy night. Comment if you like dirt in your mouth. Cause I just did it.
Mike said you can be there in about an hour and 15 minutes. We should still be. No. Won't be still live by then. Probably ain't gonna make it.
Y'all, do y'all like watching this movie?
No, they don't like what they watching it out of pain and misery.
Do y'all like watching Freddy Cougar? Comment if y'all know.
Freddy Cougar. How you even know who Freddy Cougar is?
Y'all, comment if y'all like watching Freddy Cougar.
Do you like watching Freddy Cougar? No, he's
Do y'all like dirt in y'all's mouth?
I ain't watching Freddy Cougar myself. I don't like scary movies.
Just comment if y'all don't like it. Some movies or if you do.
I stay scared enough when the bills come due. I don't need no horror show to put any more anxiety and fear into my life.
Y'all, whenever my package comes, I get scared. And only at night time if it's like some long time. And only if it's a light bill.
He ain't stopped talking. Y'all hear that wind? Is it like whooping in the camera? I know Uncle Sasquatch watches with them. Well, Jeffrey, it says for all men that wants to live to be 100 years old. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to be 100. Whoa! What are you? Don't touch on everything.
What's that one?
You need to learn how to read. That's all it means.
What does that one with the eyes mean?
He said, Foul Owl said the rice saves it and put a laughing face. JB, I did film I filmed making the Bowie knife. And I had that Bowie knife give me fits, y'all. Roscoe about to break my heart. While I was hand grinding out the blade in that Bowie knife, I was done with it. I was polishing it. I got it a little bit of a wrong angle.
You know what?
Cut into that belt. It might have cut a chunk out of that blade. I had to grind the edge of that blade down to where that chunk was gone and reprofile that blade. I did. Then, I don't know what I did, and I messed the tip up. I had to regrind the tip out on it. So now I don't know that I'm going to try to do anything else with it. Y'all, I'm about full. Can't eat much as I used to. I don't know why. I may have to do. The wind is starting to howl out here. It really is. If it gets too bad, Unc, let me know. I don't know what I'll do. I may can go in if it gets like horrible on y'all. I mean, I don't want the video to just be terrible and like, misery to watch. So if it gets too bad, we'll go in the house and set up and finish and drink coffee and such as that now. Oh, Roscoe won't eat deer meat bad. I'm full. foul out, I made my mind up on that Bowie knife. I wasn't giving up. I had started it out of Gee Whiz, and I filmed. I actually forged it a couple of weeks ago. I was finishing making it this week, and it just, everything went wrong. And it still turned out to be a beautiful, nice knife. I'll tell y'all the biggest. Let me tell you the rest of the story. We'll do a Paul Harvey here with it. Let me set this down. Okay, I went ahead, instead of just setting that down, and I covered all the stuff up because I didn't want flies over there getting on it. All right, so on the Bowie blade, whenever I cut a chunk out of it, it didn't really cut a huge chunk out. I looked, and there was a hairline fracture in there, in that blade. And it was a moon shape, like it was a, when it cut it, it jarred it hard enough that it cracked a chip in it. Well, I knew eventually that was coming out, so I went over and got a hammer and tapped on it. Sure enough, it broke out, so I had to grind that out. I ground that out and reshaped it, finished it, everything. Went in there and took a picture of it. Walking out across my yard, I grabbed back and chunked it at the ground to stick it in the dirt, and it hit a rock and the tip popped off. So I'm probably not going to sell it, and I'm going to tell you why. When I put it in I heat treated it, I put it in my toaster oven. My toaster oven is not getting to 400 degrees. It is getting to about 325. And that thick blade did not heat up in 2 hours and stay enough to soften it enough. It needed a hotter temperature, so I'm gonna have to get another oven or something or bring them thick blades. It's working fine for my Jonah knives. These thin blades, 2 hours in there at the temperature it's at, because I have pressure checked them. I mean, I have toted this one, and I've jobbed it in stuff and wiggled the blade and everything. These are doing perfect. I know this. That is why I make me a new knife every time I get a new piece of steel, and use it and chop with it and do all the stuff that I think other people are going to do, because I want to know what I'm selling. Well, that Bowie knife out of that Gee Whiz is really good steel. I have made them before, but I always brought them in here and put them on 450 degrees or 400 degrees and left them for 2 hours in the big oven and let them do. But I put it in that toaster oven, and it just didn't get hot enough to soften it. So it is still too hard. Well, I've already put the handles on it. So I'm probably not going to sell it, because I feel like somebody will break the tip out of it again. So I may bust the handles back off. It's got Bodoc handles on it, or Osage, and put it in here in the oven and retemper it. I don't know. I went ahead and sanded everything back down smooth and reprofiled it, put it up on the shelf. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I may tote it and use it myself a little bit and see what happens. I don't know. But that's why you don't just baby a knife when you make it. You gotta test it. You gotta throw it and stick it to dirt and chop a limb, and I mean you gotta see what it will do, because if it's gonna fail or be inferior quality, I want to know. I want it to happen with me. So we lost Miss Brenda. Good night, Miss Brenda, if you happen to still be where you can see this. Diabetes shot. Oh, and Moody, I hate to have to do that. JB, I thought about doing that. I really did. And it would probably be fine, because if it's gonna have a problem, it's gonna be right down at the edge or up at the tip. And I could take a torch and put some color in that and then sand that color back off and not ever see it. And I would, but I don't know. I've just I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. But I know I'm not gonna sell it in the state that it's in because it's just. I mean, I don't want to sell something that I think's gonna fail out there. But I was working on several other things at the same time, and what I do is okay when I get a knife glued together and it's in the vise over here, letting the scales glue on good. I go to work on something else, and when I get my leather stuff where I glue my leather sheath all together, I stack a plate on it and put a weight on it and let it sit there and dry for a little bit. And the main reason I let the glue dry on the leather is so when I go over the belt grinder to smooth everything up, I do that on the belt grinder, that it don't peel it all back apart. I want it to be solid so when I stitch it, the glue helps prevent the knife from cutting the strings in there. I have done cut the strings on my survival knife. You know, it's got that two-stage, two wider belly down there. Well, coming out, you're fooled into thinking and that thing's sharp enough, and I done cut the strings on my sheath and restitched it up. So I could put a rivet in the top, but it's still gonna cut the strings and come out from the rivet down because it cut them down low. It didn't cut them right at the very top. So we got to figure I got to figure out some. And I've made several Bowie knives that I have well checked. But like I said, I didn't temper them in that oven. I tempered them up here, so I had no problems. So the next one I make will be tempered up here. I'm probably gonna bust the scales off, more than likely. I've got a sneaky feeling that I'm gonna bust the scales off, resand it, and I may even reheat treat it. I may just to put the color back in it that I want. I've got it sanded down all pretty good. I may just reheat treat it and bring it up here and put it in this oven and then put the scales back on it. So I don't know.
Dad?
Chad, I freehand the sharpening. It's ground at and when I say 8 degrees, somebody said, no, it ain't 8 degrees. Well, when I say 8 degrees, I took my table saw and took a 2x4 and I cut 8 degrees on there. On a 2x4. Set the table saw at 8 degrees and I cut my block and then I flipped it over and let the saw down to where I could set it and take just a groove out of the side, same angle, to set that knife on, and then I clamp it and so it's ground at 8 degrees. Now when I sharpen it, I take it up there freehand and I go across my belt to put the edge on it, and then I go get on my stone and I hand sharpen it. So it's freehand. It ain't like a set angle. But if I was gonna guess, I would say around 12 degrees, I would think. And when I say 12 degrees, we're still talking about on that table saw when you cut a block, because I had made a block I call my sharpening block, and I put it on 12, and I just said, you know, this is pointless, because I really don't go across that belt grinder but about 2 licks with it, because I scandy grind it all the way to an edge to where it lays a burr over the last time it is ground on there. So, anyway, Martin, I think I wound up with about 12 big saw blades, and then I probably had 10 or 15 of the little saw blades like I've been using. So, I mean, I got a pile of blade making material. The smaller saw blades are thinner. I think I'm probably going to design some shelf knives, like, I don't know, like maybe the old hickory style shelf knives, just paring knives, cutting knives, meat knives. Not a whole bunch of designs, but a couple of basic designs, and make them just like, sort of like old hickory did. I may even use oak handles on all of them and make all of them the same and sell them. Mike said about 18 degrees on his journal. Really what I do is I freehand sharpen them, and I just take my stone, and it's the angle that I sharpen everything at. That may not be the best way to do it because of selling them and being able to tell, because when I buy a knife from somebody else, it's usually razor sharp, stays sharp a while, and then when I go to sharpen it, it takes me forever to get it sharp the next time. And it's not because the steel is not good, it's because I'm sharpening at a different angle, and it don't really and truly what you need to do if you're gonna sharpen it, you need to get you a ceramic rod. You know the big long kitchen knife rods? And you need to hold it up there. I'm gonna use this spoon for an example. And put it up there and drag it across like this. A ceramic rod, the edge of your mirror, whatever, because you really don't need to grind it down the stone to sharpen it. You can, nothing wrong with doing that. I do it a lot, but you don't have to. If you can take something that's hard, that'll, let me lay this back over here. If you take something that's harder than that knife, and that you got a picture that your knife blade is shaped like this, and when it gets dull, don't mean that it is blunt now again, you know, like the end's like this now. What happened is that sharp edge has rolled over because it's fairly thin. And if you take something and go down the edge, you're pushing that back up straight. And if you go down both edges, you'll push that back up straight, and it'll go back to cutting again. So this one has stayed pretty sharp, and that is the hardness of a knife, finding that sweet spot to where it takes longer for that to roll over. It ain't really how you know that it's not metal not coming off the knife or whatever. It took me a long time to understand that, because as a young man, teenager, and in my early 20s especially, when I got a knife, man, Daddy, how you get this knife sharp? I can't get it sharp. Well, son, you're doing it wrong, you know. But it took me a long time to learn it myself. I ain't gonna lie. Mike Culpepper's right. What you need to do, really and truly, when you get ready to sharpen your knife, you need to just take it up there and put it to wherever you want it and go to sharpening. And sharpen till you get it sharp. Then it will be at your natural feel angle, the way you're going to sharpen it from now on, because your muscle memory is going to do about the same thing every time. And the next time you can hit it about 3 licks and whoop, you got a sharp knife again. Because the steel will do it. I can tell you for a fact, the steel will hold up and do what you want to do. But that first time you sharpen it, if you're reprofiling that edge, like you're changing that angle on there, it's going to take a while that first time to sharpen it. So just know that. That don't mean bad knife. And that's any knife maker's knife. It may take a while that first time. Once you get it sharp at the angle you like to rub it on the stone, and if you consistently rub it that same angle every time, then the next time you go to sharpen it, it'll go sharp quick. So just food for thought. If it helps somebody, it may not help you at all, you know. Yeah, David, I've got one of them insulators, them little rods that's in a filament, and them old light bulbs. I've got one of them somebody gave me out of a big commercial light. Foul out, I have not. My dad has some Puma knives. My daddy loves lock blade Puma knives. He's had several of them. I hadn't seen any fixed blade knives from them, or not in person. I have in Smoky Mountain Knife Works. somebody told me today that they saw a queen knife on Smoky Mountain Knife Works, fish knife. I mean, we know that they got queen knives on there, but somebody said that they had the fish knife back at Smoky Mountain on from Queen. Does anybody heard this, seen it? I have not been on there. I have not looked, and I've been since he told me that. We tried to pull it up, but where we were at, we didn't have good service, and I couldn't get the internet to work for me, and I have not had time since then to check and see. Oh, Roscoe's in his chair. You wait right there. I'm gonna go get some coffee. Y'all keep an eye on the boy. Give him some entertainment. I'll be right back.
Yo, which one would do you like doing at daytime? Do you like eating breakfast or heading to work? Which one? Comment. If Miss Berries is what if somebody if difference watching, I kept on entertained.
Yeah, I figured you would. Let me fix his hammock while we at this. Stop for a second. Boy, wind's picking up, y'all. Oh, Lord. Y'all, I'm gonna make a mess out of that, looks like. That hook is throwing me for a loop. Alright. Did that short? Did I feel we need to do it some more?
Yeah, we just want to that.
Oh, this, you done let this slide down. What's happening over here, Smokey Joe? Alright, try that out for own size. That work for you? That more gooder? That may be too high for him. I don't. What did you do? Oh, we hooked it wrong or something, didn't we?
Yeah, you did.
What did we do? Yeah. Oh. Yeah. What did I hook it in that time? Well. Okay. All right, hook it back right here. In there.
Right here.
Right here in this hole.
Right here.
Right there. Now try it.
Okay.
That better?
Wait, is it high?
Is it too high? Just right, ain't it?
Yeah.
We got him fixed up now. He's back in business.
La 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 la
That wind getting tough, ain't it?
and that's why I built a fire.
Built a fire.
Yeah, right
You ain't
there.
got no fire.
It's just the campfire.
Richard T, it ain't on there. I don't know. I had a man telling me he saw one on there, so I was curious. I don't know where he looked. Yeah, I would like to see them come back. If they would, I would. I'd get me another two. Just cause I'm scared they ain't gonna be no more one day. I've got a drawer full of them. I like them. And I went crappie fishing today, or not today. This past week, last week. We went last week. We didn't go this week. And I didn't even take it with me. So. What you needing, son? What do you need? Huh? What you want, bud? Your toy? You want me to throw it? He gone. Toby, Lord help. He said, I was putting up a new mailbox Tuesday, slipped and fell in the ditch and broke my leg, crawled out, finished putting up the mailbox, and then went to the hospital. You had a rough go of things, bud. It's a wonder if that hadn't hurt. It's what my grandpa would have said. Hope it TP weathers the rain. I needed to spray it with bleach, kill some of that mold that's starting to grow on the fabrics of it. Robert, I seen one on there for $50. It's been on there for quite a while too. There's two old queen knives on there. A stag looking handle one with a copper badge, but they want a little more than I wanted to pay for it. It's probably well worth what they're wanting for it. But I've got enough of them and I hadn't bothered to try to. I'm more about wanting to know if they exist so that I can tell people, hey, this is where you can get a new good knife. Because those queen knives are as good as they get for a pocket knife. Toby, we all been there at one time or another. I can tell you that. I've pulled some doozies in my day. He ain't gonna let Brody throw that. He don't want you playing with his toy. See how he's standing between you and it? Brody don't want to throw it. Brody wants to run around him chasing. And then throw it when Roscoe ain't looking. Alright, now get up here. Brody waited till he wasn't looking and then throwed it. Brody, get up here and sit down. You already knew he wasn't going to get it. Him and Roscoe don't play good. Roscoe don't want nobody but me throwing his toy. I don't know why he's like that, but if Brody would just pick it up and throw it, Roscoe would go get it. But Brody wants to run around and wait till he ain't looking and chase him around and then throw it. He can't do like Roscoe's used to playing. Brody, come over here. Stay right over there. You pick it up and throw it. Don't run off with it. Give me that. Where's it at? Give it here. Now you stand right there and throw it. They got 3 different case fish knives. Well, they got a stag handle one that's about $100, and they got this one that's about $70, and this one is shorter. It's just a smaller knife, but it's a lot more comfortable to tote in your pocket. Problem is when you're actually filleting or skinning or using it to clean fish, it's a little too short with the blade cutting through all the fish. You can absolutely make it work. So it's whatever you prefer. But now as far as toting in your pocket, this little one is a lot better in your pocket. And it's like $65, $70, $75. I don't know exactly what. John Culpepper, is the tide rolling? I have not gotten to watch any games today. I seen Ole Miss was ahead the last I saw of that game. I don't know if Ole Miss won or not. About to be under a tornado watch. Oh, well, y'all let me pull weather radar up, my radar, and let me see what we looking like at the moment. Because I don't have no... Oh, we got rain coming, rain coming. I'll show y'all what it looks like. I am at the blue dot. You can't even see the blue dot. Blue dot right there. That is where me at. See what is coming? Anyway, so that is... We need the rain. I mean, we need the rain. Big time we need the rain. Brody ain't throwing that good enough for you. So anyway, let me close that out. Pull chat back up. Somebody peeled out from down there. I heard them bawling tires.
Drop it. So let me show you how it's.
Rick Martin said roll tide. Alicia Stringer, you're in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Samuel Pruitt said Georgia won. LSU lost to Vandy. Georgia beat Ole Miss. I didn't know. I didn't really watch any of it. I mean, I seen bits and pieces of it. Uh-oh. I got low battery popping up on this. Let me hook my... Lord, it's always something, y'all. So I had to get... I got a battery pack. I've showed this several times, but this one... they sent me from... and I don't know what numbers. You know, it's got them KAH. I don't know what this one's got on it. It's got a lot of them numbers on it. Nut Power, INIUT. I can't read that. I ain't got my glasses on. It's got a lot of them numbers on there. Them. So anyway, and it's got a digital thing, tells you it's on 100%. I leave it in the little old bag it come in. But Cow sent me that whenever I did an extra video for them last year. And Miss Lena that was working with them sent it. Well, she's apparently moved to a different thing, and they got somebody else reaching out to people. And they reached out to me the other day, wanted me to film, could I film them some footage with that archery target and send to them. And I like the target, I really do. And I was planning on shooting my bow at it anyway, and I went ahead and did what I was gonna do. I ain't like refusing to show it in a video, but they wanted me to film some video and send it to them, you know. I don't mind doing it, but I mean, I ain't gonna just work for free, you know. Send me some money, send me something. You want something, I get something. This is a trade, you know. Otherwise, I kind of do what I want to do when I want to do it. So that's the way that works. I ain't mad at them. It just, I don't know, it kind of miffed me the way, you know, hey, make us another video on this. No, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. Foul Owl, is the tide or rolling? Alabama is whipping Tennessee right now. It is halftime. Wow. Foul Owl, I'm gonna make some more railroad spike hawks. I'll tell you what I got going on. The last time I run my forge extensively, the wood that thing is sitting on got hot. That where the shelf is well to the front of it, it blows some heat out right there, and that wood started burning. So I need to pick my forge up and put a piece of flat steel under there so that it don't heat up that wood and get hot running it long enough while you're forging stuff. So I've got a little tweaking and work to do in the blacksmith shop. I need to close up some of the walls out there. I want to put a wall on one end of this and dig a water line over here and frame in me a sink out here. Just for winter time, I need the water right there where I can wring stuff out and not have to tote everything in the house, because I'll run PEX that way. If it freezes, it ain't like a major, oh Lord, the water froze. PEX, it can freeze. We don't get cold enough here for it to bust the brass fittings and all that stuff. It usually here, cold as we're gonna get, down in the teens on the coldest of nights. I think one time I remember going outside and it was like we physically shot the ground with a thermometer thing, and the surface temperature was 9 degrees. I don't think the air was like that. I don't know. And that was about midnight one night. We was working in the shop down there. But now we had heaters going and all that. We were fine inside. In fact, we was working in t-shirts in there. It done got too hot. We had them big diesel fuel heaters. It sounded like a jet airplane taking off in there. But we was toasty. And I was just as soon down there working as I had freezing anywhere else. So we had it made and didn't know it. 23-7 Alabama. Man. That might be one. I may have to watch the last part of that. What do y'all watch these games on? What service? Because most of us is Roku now. Streaming. If you want to watch football, you're into sports, what streaming service are you watching on? Because I found some of the games on YouTube, and you could watch them on YouTube. But one day I was trying to pull up some stuff, and they wasn't nothing on YouTube. So I think it's hit or miss on what's on there and what ain't. YouTube Live, that's about what I feel. That's what I have watched, what I have seen on. Shirley Nestor got her Moke Hill, California, received a Spirit of the Outdoors mug. That is awesome. Glad you got it. Glad you got it in one piece. We always worry shipping pottery that, is it broke when you get it? So it's if it ever is, we try to make good on all that stuff, but you never know. I messed up a fellow's knife this past week. I mean, I made the knife and all perfect, but I did not put his liners in there he asked for him. I went back, looked through the message, and yes, he said he wanted the red liners. I just overlooked it. I don't know. But anyway, it was during that. These last 4 weeks has been pretty hectic up until this week. This week has been pretty normal. I've gotten to work in my shop all week. I'm going to do beavers. We're going to camp out Monday night, planning on it. And we're going to tear that dam out and shoot beavers. So tomorrow, I got to get my 17 out here and fine tune it, get it hitting just so. Because that's what I'm going to shoot beavers with, my little 17 HMR. Gray, yeah, I can. I don't have my antenna. I've got 2 of these homemade antennas. I can turn them any which way, get all that stuff. I have not hooked them up. I'm going to take one of these and mount it on my shop down there and hook it up in my shop. But I don't have them hooked up in the house right now, and I could. I just hadn't screwed them on the back of the TV. It's the only reason they're not hooked up. I had 2 antennas pointed 2 different directions and put them in a splitter and hooked them in, and I was getting all them channels. I got on, what was that fella's name over in Georgia? Danny Hodge or whatever. He builds an ultimate TV antenna. I went by his blueprint and built his antenna, and the thing flat works. I mean, works like a charm. Danny S. Hodge is his name. I think I was getting channels over 200 miles away with it. Pretty sure I was. Foul Owl, is Eli Gold still, is he still narrating? We used to, Vernon, when I was watching it all the time, we would turn the mute on the TV. We was watching it, but we would get our phone and turn it on and have Eli Gold on there on the radio as who we was listening to announce a game. We wasn't listening to Vern and Gary. Couldn't tolerate Vern and Gary. Did anybody else pull this move? And I don't even know if Eli Gold is still doing the games or not. Independent thinker, I know what you mean. My cameras have been going off today several times while I was doing other stuff like that. But it was all those, and then I've got one green patch that I figure is going to be pretty sparse this year because I've had a drove of turkeys in it most of the week. I feel like they pulling it up just as fast as it's sprouting. So, and it was up, about like this, just kind of sparse. So, Mike Culpepper, we had 230 something at one time earlier. Uh, Y'all, you need to hit that like button on the regular videos. It helps the video go out and reach more people. When you come up and start watching that video, hit that thumbs up on it. It don't take but a second to just go over and click it. I know you don't think about it, but what it does is if you don't hit that like button, it's like, well, only so many people liked it. It ain't really hitting on much. So, they just say, well, we don't show it to all these other people that ain't never seen this channel before. And they never find out about us. That's how that works. Hit the like button. Click, 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 click. I don't never tell people that. I don't, you watch some of these people's videos and every video, please like, share, and subscribe. Please. I've never done that. I mean, either you like it or you don't, but I realize most people just ain't thought about it. It ain't that, hey, we watching it and we don't like it. They just hadn't thought about it. Is it important to mash yet? And what it does is when you hit like on something, it's going to show you more videos in your algorithm similar to what you've hit the thumbs up on. If you hit thumbs up on something, you're going to see more content from other creators, other YouTube channels that are similar to this. So it's finding out what you're interested in. I got all my cameras. They ain't none on Velvet in any of my cameras. Jeffrey, we had 258 at one point. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Podad said a Walmart digital antenna picks up all the local channels. I think they have probably got most of them little antennas to where they do pretty good now. We used to have them big old giant ones out there. Look like a fuel something up there on top of the house, with that thing. We ain't got to have all that now. They figured out a better way. Better materials, better products. Truck used to run 100,000 miles, it was wore out. Now, 250,000 miles, it's about broke in. Independent thinker, I don't know. I tried to hype my own video and got scolded. They said, you can't hype your own video. I said, well, sir, I don't know what it does. I hadn't, honest to God, y'all, I hadn't watched enough other content creators to hit the like. Jeffrey, I watched yours today. One of them, I didn't see the hype on it. I've watched Uncle Sasquatch's. I hadn't seen the hype on it. So I don't know what the deal is with the hype. I really don't. Foul owl, I'll have to see what I can do, but now, what I built out of railroad spikes. So I'm not sure what the design needs to look like for the best efficiency, because for what I do with one, I'm survival. Alicia Stringer, thank you so much. Y'all, she has done figured this out. She done one up to all of you now. I'll have to check into the throwing hawks. I could build a bunch and you get one and be like, man, this thing ain't worth a flip, because I don't throw hawks. I don't really know exactly. When I make one, I go out there and throw it, but I hadn't thrown like a whole bunch of hawks so that I know what it needs to be like. So, well, independent thinker, I really hadn't had time this week to watch a lot of other content. Now, why is a low battery coming up after I put this thing on here? Ah, it ain't even turned on, is why. I don't know. I may not have this plugged up good. They ain't no telling. Them cords might be wore out. It might go dead here in a minute, and y'all just be like gone and said, man, they get mad at us and just cut the thing off. You never know. It's time to shut it down anyway, but excuse me. I knew that was coming, so I just held for a second. So y'all, Alicia, your family's watching on 2 different TVs. What did I miss with Jason? Jason McKenzie, sorry to hear that, bud. I missed that comment. I remember us praying for her. Mm-mm-mm. It's I'm looking. John Newton. Oh, depression is a huge battle. It really is. It's one of them things that gets a hold to you that makes you think, everybody's got it better than me. Everybody's had a better shot. Everybody can do more. Everybody's better than I am. And that really ain't the case. I've found out in life that the people you look out at that are successful have had a lot of failure in their life, and they kept trying. They've worked hard, most of them. There's some out there that, man, things just fell in their lap, and it happens. But you'll find out that there's a lot of stories of folks out there that are doing well, that they've put a lot of work in. And you can sit back and just take YouTube, for example. I watch people like Clay Hayes. Man, Clay Hayes has put a lot of work into what he's doing, y'all. I watch that boy's videos, and he puts a lot of work into each video. He's done it. He went and done that alone and worked he went through stuff that most folks wouldn't endure to get where he's at. So when you sit back, it's easy to go, well, look at their channel growth. Well, you got to stop and step back and say, well, look at what they're doing. Look at the work going on behind the scenes, the setup, the preparation, the thought, all the work that goes into whatever they're doing. Now, some people may have gotten it easier than a few others, but I look at Yacht up here. I don't know if y'all watch him. He's a pig trapper. Middle of the night, he's out dragging pigs out of somewhere, going and getting them out of a trap when it's hot, if it's too muddy, setting up them traps, tearing them down. I mean, there's a lot of work goes into that's behind the scene that you don't see all of it. We show a lot of it, but don't ever think that somebody else's success all the time is just, well, they had a better chance than I did, a better opportunity. No, they capitalized on an opportunity. So depression sets in from a lack of effort a lot of times. And I went through depression. A lot of mine was my own doing. I didn't realize it at the time, but it was from bad choice after bad choice after bad choice. Well, I had to stop making bad choices. And I had made some terrible choices. Financial decisions was terrible. I bought a Harley Davidson that I signed the papers on because I wanted it and got it home and realized, man, they stuck me with 21% interest. I ain't never going to pay this thing off. I wound up trading it years later. You have to stop and think things a little more through. A lot of times being in a hurry causes more problems than anything. That's like me with those knives. The knives that I've had trouble with was because I was wide open rushing trying to get stuff done too fast. Instead of slowing down, taking my time and doing good work, trying to hurry up and get through. Slow down and spend a little more time on something. Quit focusing on the deadline and just do it. When I get through, I'll be through, and whenever that is, fine. And believe in yourself. Believe that I can do anything. Anything that I put my mind to, I can do this. I mean, if somebody, I have the mentality that if somebody else can do it, well, I can. You know, if so-and-so down the road can do this, I can. Now, I may have to try more times than he did before I get it right, you know. He might have knew a little something that I didn't when he started, but I can figure it out, you know. I'll talk to whoever I need to learn how, and then doing most stuff, you know, having the right tools to do it with. Do I have the proper equipment, good equipment to make things easier on me? So a lot of that contributes to depression, but ultimately depression is a spirit and has to be fought spiritually. So the biggest key is I got to win this battle spiritually. The rest of the stuff I'm telling you is what really opens the door for it to come in. Because one of the biggest things about depression today is Facebook. You get to scrolling through Facebook and everybody takes pictures and of the highlights of their life. The stuff we put on social media is all the good times. Man, I got a new truck. We just got a new boat. We had a new kid. We went on vacation. Pictures. Look, so-and-so graduated high school, or so-and-so's getting married. I mean, all these wonderful events going on in these people's lives. And you said, man, you don't see the fusses and the fights and the burnt meals and the screw-ups and all the stuff that went wrong in life. They don't share that. Most of them don't. Some of them do. Some of them air their garbage out pretty good on there. But you see generally most of the highlights of people's lives, and you develop this mentality, well, everybody else is doing, so wonder why they ain't struggling like we are. Why are they buying all this stuff and going on vacation? And man, we barely pay the bills. Well, most of them's in debt that's so deep that they can't see straight. They don't own anything. Bank owns everything. That's what you don't see. But anyway, whether it is or it ain't, you see all those highlights and you start developing, well, they've got it better than me. They not struggling like I am. Well, let me tell you, they struggling too. They just ain't sharing that with you. That helps contribute to it. But fight it spiritually. You gotta, and let me tell you this, when you're fighting a spiritual battle and it's time to authoritatively put the evil spirits in their place, you got to have the Holy Ghost. You got to have the Spirit fighting for you in you. You got to be born again. You got to have some authority from being, born again. Like Jesus said, you must be born again of the water and of the Spirit. With that, you have the authority as a child of God to tell them devils, devil, leave me. In Jesus' name, you get away. And you got to talk to them verbally out loud. They can't read your thoughts. They can put thoughts in your head, but I don't think they can read your thoughts. That's the way I understand it. So you got to tell the devil, leave me alone. You get out of my family, you get out of my head, you get out of my heart, you get wherever he's at. Get out of my house, off my land, leave, go on. You don't mess with me no more. I ain't listening to it. And quit listening to them voices in your head. That's the best I can do to help you on that for right now. Jeffrey, I agree with that. Sunlight. Sunlight. Get out there in the light. He said a mouthful right there. And I mean physical as well as spiritual. Get in the light. I agree with that. Get outside. Breathe fresh air, man. I mean, get some dirt under your feet, dude. Just something. Yeah. The outdoors, spirit of the outdoors. Think about it. Spirit of the outdoors. Get outside. Just sit down on a rock somewhere and sit there and just soak it up. Take a day and don't do nothing. Just walk around and talk to the Lord and just enjoy some life every night. You know, if you died tomorrow, your job, they'd replace you. They wouldn't even know you was gone. Most all of us. I mean, it don't matter how hard it is or how technical. They'll replace you. Replaceable. I mean, we all are. I'm not the only knife maker and YouTuber and whatever I do. I mean, there's people that do what you do it probably better. You know, same with me. I'll tell you this though. Watch Just in Time tomorrow. It's already been filmed. I filmed that today. Just watch it. It talks about value. What the most valuable thing. Puppy's a little nervous with this wind. I don't think Puppy's too sure. What do you need, Pup? Where's that biscuit? You gonna be alright. Where you going? Well, don't run off. It's me. What? You scared of the weather changing? I bet when it starts thundering, we're going to find out what kind of dog he is. Yeah. He going to come unglued. Boy, we getting all kind of advertisements popping up. Jeffrey said it's the great outdoors. That's right. Do you want some coffee? Did you get you a drink? You little whippersnapper. Wipe my cup off. Did he get him a drink when I wasn't looking? I ain't never heard where a little puppy slopper has killed anybody. So I see you, bud. Come here. I ain't forgot about it. He's got a jealous streak in him. He does. Yeah. What you want, pup? You want to go play with Daddy's toy? Go play with Daddy's toy then. Y'all, it's funny watching them play. Roscoe wouldn't tolerate him for a while. Even here, I don't understand. Anyway. Yeah, Judy, that puppy, he's a sibling to them. Same stock. We're gonna keep this one, but now I am not gonna breed out of him or anything like that. I hope to eventually get a female of a whole different bloodline and breed to Roscoe. But what we're gonna do, I'm gonna tell y'all the plan. It's Brody's puppy because Brody needed a puppy in his life. Brody needs some responsibility, needs to learn how to interact. He's a kid growing up by himself here. He needed a puppy to play with. So, I mean, kid needs a puppy. You know, that's what I think. Any kid needs a puppy in their life at some point. So, it might as well happen now. We got this one, might as well keep it. We already got 2 dogs. Lucky's not going to be here no great long while. Lucky's about 12 years old now, so, you know, her time could be shortened at any time. I mean, you get if we get about 3 more years out of her, that's going to be, you know, about max. We could get more than that, but not likely. So Roscoe, if something was to happen to Roscoe, I wouldn't have anything off of him, any blood off of him, and anything. So at least if something happens to Roscoe, I've got some of his blood, one of his kids here. So that's part of the reason, but anyway. Puppy has got a home. I was going to sell him and let somebody have. Really, I wasn't trying to just make money off of him. I had put $100 on him just to make sure he went to a decent home where somebody, free dog, give it here. And then next week you find out, they got run over out there. We just turned him loose out here on the side of the highway. And well, he's a dog. He's a puppy. He didn't know no better. That's your job to kind of keep him out of the road until he learns, vehicle bad. Stay away from it, you know. Now, Roxanne, on the other hand, there wasn't no teaching her. I run over her right here in the driveway and trying to watch for her. But so it can happen. It ain't like everybody that their dog gets run over is neglectful. But you know, there's just some people that they don't watch anything. Every time you give them a dog, you find out about 2 or 3 months later, well, another dog got run over. You know, after 2 or 3, you start to wonder, y'all about to blow my wig off. I better make sure my toupee's glued on good. We fixing to have to go. It's after 9 o'clock. We done late. I know some of y'all past your bedtime. It's past mine, really, you know. Oh, Lord. But anyway, we keeping puppy. Martin, time is valuable, but time is not the most valuable. Tomorrow's video will share with you what I think anyway, is bar none, hands down, the most valuable thing in the world. You got to find out, you got to watch Just in Time in the morning. It's already filmed. I do have to go finish editing it. But yeah, I think it was a good one. Something been on my mind. And you know, you think, well, it's life. It's not life. Life is precious. Time is precious. They're not the most valuable thing. And one of the points I want to share this weekend, because I want a little feedback on it, I guess. You know, you think about gold. Why is gold so valuable? It's pretty well useless. You can't do nothing with it. You can't use it for a thing. A conductor, I think you can make wire out of it, and it does pretty good, but it's so rare you can't use it for that. I mean, it's not feasible to let's use copper wire. So they use it in some computer chips and some sophisticated stuff, but they could use something else. It ain't like gold is the only thing that will work. So why is it so valuable? You know, I mean, we put a really high price on really a pretty much useless thing that they really ain't a whole lot of. And because there ain't a lot of it, everybody wants some of it because it's this shiny little rock. Just a shiny little rock. What are you going to do with it when you get it? Show it to people and go, look at me, look what I got. I don't care. Get you a pocket full of it, don't matter to me. Can't use it for nothing. You can't start a fire with it. Can't shoot with it. Can't hunt with it. Can't eat with it. I mean, it's too soft to make much out of. Why is gold so valuable? Puppy, what? Look at them people. Look at them. Who's that up there in that screen? Who's up there? Who's up there in that screen? Uncle Sasquatch, me and you think alike. I mean, a good smooth bore flintlock's gonna be your best friend if you can make black powder, because you can find a rock, stick in there and make it go boom. Yeah, Richard, that's exactly it. Somebody told us, hey, this stuff is valuable. And you look at the people that took off west in the gold rush, like, I mean, just wide open over there. And died, gave their lives, fought over it, killed each other. Then they went to Alaska and froze to death up there. Well, I mean, went up there with nothing but backpacks. All kind of movies and books and everything on it. Read some of Jack London stuff. I mean, gold. Died, some of them froze to death with a pocket full of it. Wasn't good for nothing. So yeah. Alicia Stringer, good night. And with that, we are fixing to good night everything here. I may go try to catch the end of that Alabama game. Just the tail end of it. Might look at it. But anyway, Roscoe done went down there and treed something. Me and Pup, we going in the house, ain't we? He don't know his name's Biscuit. He thinks his name's Pup, because that's what I've called him. Biscuit, 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 Biscuit. He likes groceries good, but he looks like a biscuit. I mean, he's the color of a good golden biscuit. What? We fixing to go in though, y'all. Look, I thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Hung out with me for an hour and 15, 20 minutes, whatever it's been. It's been an hour and 17 minutes, almost an hour and a half right at it. Had a good time, y'all. I love to do live from Mississippi on Saturday night. I know you could be watching football, and if a lot of people go watch football, I don't mind. Everybody ain't got to get here, but I enjoy sitting here and talking and chatting and reading comments and interacting and acting silly on camera. I have a good time doing it. The cooking out here is a lot of fun. Making a mess out of some gravy, which turned out to be very good, I might add. But I'm sure I went about it all wrong. I don't doubt that at all, because I don't have no problem telling y'all, hey, I don't know what I'm doing right here. It's the first time in my life I'm doing this, but we're going to learn together. You know, I mean, that's all the fun in it. And it helps, I think stuff like that helps other people say, hey, it's okay to try something new. You know, just because I made a mess out of it, well, you know, he did too, so it don't bother me. I think it's inspiration to people at times. You can be successful and really good at some things and be really terrible at something else over here, and it's okay, because you know what? That ain't the last time I'm gonna make gravy. I'm gonna get better at it. With that being said, y'all keep trying, keep pushing. John Newton, you got this. You can beat depression. Put it in the hands of God. Tell the devil, say, get out of my head, leave me alone. Go on, spirit of depression. You ain't welcome here no more. And everybody else, good night. Thank y'all for watching Spirit of the Outdoors. Remember, the best way to do things is the way you like to do it. We'll see y'all. Y'all have a good one. Good night, world.